guys, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Chris Moore, and in today's video, yeah, you guessed it, another 2021 ZX10R in for an ECU Flash and Dyno tune, guys. If you've had one of these 2021 ZX10s or even a 2022 ZX10, exact same thing, whether they advertise it or not, 2022, 2021, same bike. Hit us up, mooremafia.com. You gotta send us in your ECU Flash. We've got a big map database built up for these things now, but this is a different combination that I haven't done yet, and we wanted to dyno it and show it off. This one here has an Akrapovic full exhaust, Sprint air filter, and look at those carbon fiber wheels. Yeah, that's right, guys. BST Performance carbon fiber wheels. These things look oh so good, but ooh-wee, they expensive. Yeah, that's right, guys. This guy has got a few bucks in this bike. Full Akrapovic titanium full system. Now, he didn't spare any expenses, titanium headers, everything on this brand hammer new ZX10. Got some nice Michelin tires on there. We're gonna dyno this thing, test it out, see what kind of power it makes with the crazy restricted ECU. If you've already got one of these bikes, you know what kind of restrictions they got. Boom, 11,000, whoo, fall on their face. Take a nap, it's over, guys. But not anymore once we get a hold of this thing. This is one of the baddest bikes on the road. Hit us up, mooremafia.com. Enough talking, let's get into the baseline pull, see what this thing makes as is. Got the engine all warmed up. Baseline pull, anybody care to take a guess and see how much this thing makes? Listen to the sound of the engine and then listen to it. You can actually hear the bike restrict itself. In other words, let off the throttle even though I'm fully wide open. You'll hear it about 12,000 RPMs. The ugly horsepower curve on this bike. Wow. 176 horsepower, so not too shabby on the power, but you can see about 11,500 RPMs. This thing just falls on its face. Well, why does it do that? Let me show you, okay? For one, the air fuel dives off crazy rich, okay? But let me come over here to this computer and show you what's going on in the ECU of this thing. We're gonna go to other maps. We're gonna go to the electronic throttle valve. Then we're gonna go to, let's say, 5th gear. That's where we're dynoing it at. Look here, what I tell you, about 11.5, that's where it makes its peak horsepower. Look how much throttle we're getting at 13,600 RPMs, 25%. At 12,000, we're only getting 75% throttle. Up until then, 7,000 RPMs, we're only getting 58% throttle. Come on, Kawasaki. Same thing throughout the gears. You can see as I change the gears, even in first gear, look at this, all the way down to 50% throttle at 13,000 RPMs. So you wonder why the bike don't really wheelie? That's why it don't wheelie. Even though your throttle is locked, the bike is not wide open. Some other things we can do in the ECU Flash, not only do we include a fuel map for every single flash we do, we include an ignition map for every single fuel tune that we do through the mail. But we also can disable the O2 sensor, we disable the exhaust servo valve, so there is no need for a servo buddy, and we disable the fuel cut. So these things, when you get on the gas, you let off the throttle, boom, the injectors shut off completely to make the bike get a little better gas mileage. Well, that gives it that nosedive sensation. When you come back to the throttle, boop, it kicks on, and that's what sends your head surging back. So when you're trying to maintain 35, 40 miles per hour with a cop behind you, whoop, 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 whoop. Literally the things are terrible. Even from the factory, brand new out of the box with no modifications, they still ride like poo-poo. So anyways, we're gonna fix all that. We turn the diesel fuel cut off, so when we let off the throttle, the fuel injectors are gonna keep spraying a very fine mist. And when we resume throttle, it's a nice smooth transition because the fuel never really shut completely off going to the bike. Makes a big difference. Not only that, makes the bike run a little cooler, and we can lower the fan temps to keep the bike even cooler as well. The factory fan temps on these things are around 215 or 220. Won't hurt the bike to run that hot, but it doesn't get peak performance that hot. We drop it down to about 195 to 200 degrees, keeps the thing a lot cooler, keeps you a lot cooler. You know, nobody likes old swamp butt when you get off the bike. So anyways, we fix all that stuff. We're about to put some horsepower in this thing though. The ECU is flashing now. Watch what that power curve looks like in just a second. All right, here we go. The ZX10 is flashed up. Let's see what kind of immediate differences this thing makes right off the bat. The bat, huge gains. We ended up with 191 horsepower. That's a big gain right off the rip. So we went from 102 horsepower to 111 down low, 89 to 97 there, but look how much power we got up top. We went from 105 horsepower to 189, and that's where the thing hits the rev limiter early. Actually right here we're at 101 to 188. So massive gains up top, and you can see how we can also rev it higher. So that's a big gain as well. The thing did go, let's just say 168 in, looks like 169 miles an hour in fifth gear. Now we're running 176 miles an hour in fifth gear on the dyno. So big top speed gains as well by taking off that top end limiter. I think we're gonna do some bigger gains than this. Let me work some numbers here on my old trusty keyboard and see what we come up with. And just like that, this ZX10 is road race track ready. That's what this guy does with this thing. He doesn't drag race. He goes in the turns for fun as fast as possible. We've got them huge gains throughout the power curve. We ended up with the best of 193 horsepower and 80 foot-pounds of torque. It's about the same that we've tested on several other of these exhaust systems. So overall, slip-on versus, well, let's just say 3/4 slip-on versus full system, not a huge difference on these bikes in, I guess you would say, the peak number, the 191 horsepower, you know, what the dyno says is our peak horsepower. Not a lot of difference there, but around 6,000 to 8,000 RPMs, there is about 5 horsepower difference between a slip-on and a full system. Is that worth it to you? I don't know, it's up to you. If you're just riding on the street and having fun, a slip-on and a mail-in ECU Flash is all you need for this thing. We've been getting over 190 horsepower on every single one of them we've done, and these are really fun, impressive bikes. Also notice that if you go back and watch some of our other videos, a lot of these bikes, they pop, crack, blow fire. That's what the customers have wanted on those bikes. This customer elected not to go that way. He did the pair valve block off plates. That gets rid of the popping and cracking on these bikes when we turn on the D-cell fuel cut, because this particular bike has the D-cell cut option on, but we're getting no popping and cracking. So that's good because it makes the bike super, super smooth. In my opinion, on these bikes with the electronic throttle valve, it is important to get the block off plates and keep the D-cell fuel cut option on. It makes it ride much smoother as far as on and off the throttle goes. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Zook Nation, stand up. We were a Suzuki shop, now we're a Kawasaki shop. All we got in here is Kawasaki ZX-10s. I ain't gonna lie, boys, I'm starting to like them. They're warming up on me. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Smash the like button. You know the drill. Check us out at mooremafia.com. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.